Beis Nissan.
Hem ze gaan Beis, hè?
Beis Nissan.
Ja, dat is een mooiste Beis Nissan. Ja. Nou, wensen hem zich Ayin Beis, gelig alef, onder de tof, lamet hei, softi wa maschil bij Yema Shmini Atzeres, Tielchem. Mooi twee Beis Nissan Toshin Samches. So just to catch into the Ayin, we'll just learn a few lines of the Sof Perik Reish Tesvav, because we were holding by the Sikkim of the Maimah Al Pianal. But just before that, we saw that the difference between the Korbanos and the Keteres was that the Pu'ula, the Korbanos, was a shite to the Ayin van Pnimi, Sheben Nefesh, or that's Ayin of Moya Valaiv, and therefore the Pu'ula and the Nefesh Shabamis is only in these pashtas of the Nefesh Shabamis. That's to say, when we say pashtas, we mean also in what you might call the koiches of the Nefesh Shabamis. Not in the etzem iskashas like we saw the etzem tuf tam, the whole inyanim had shot to the makifim shebenefesh, the iskashas in klippa the gishmak tuf tam betekent binyan elam hazer ela more the in the cycle in the middle of the nefshaban. Avo bitei likach tuf tam binyan elam hazer. So when we brought down the lesson of the Alter Rebbe, because when we were learning that, we were more or less in Parsha Porah, but the Alter Rebbe in Mavai and the Kutetera in Parsha Porah, the Pu'ula, the Bira of the Porah Aduma was in the Koyach HaMisava HaPoshut, but that was the Eifa that was left over after the Sreifas HaPorah. And then the purpose of the Sreifas HaPorah was to be soida from Machala, the Gilun, you might call it, of the Inyan of Shabamis. And then there was the Etzem Inyan, the Koyach HaMisava HaPoshut, which can be Nezisapeh, Bolosh Natanya, the Inyan from the Hafichas Arah Latoi. It can be Mamish Mahapeh, the Koyach HaMisava Latoi, Heyesh, the Sokol Sofi, is a Inyan Poshut. And the Rasha boy is in from Levushim Bilvad. Therefore, the Pu'ula in the Etzem Koyach HaMahusa, the Koyach HaMisava, is to rid the Koyach HaMisava of all the Levushim, which have been mislabish or due to the inyanim of the midas and the moichin of the Nefesh Shabamis. And then it's possible to be mavarer, to be mevatel the Etzem Mahusa shel HaKoyach and be mahachim to kedusha. So that's more the pu'ula of the keteres, what the yoni is the birulim of the koiches hamakifim and the koiches ha'achmiyim. And therefore, since its inyan is in the koiches ha'achmiyim, it reaches into the very essence of the nefesh habamis, not just the seichel midas sheloi, the etzem inyan, what he is, which is a koyach ha'misav ha'poshem. That's it. It's mavur dort in Drusha from Paraduma in Likutei Torah. Ze inyan hakteira shemavarim ayud alaf ksorim denoiga. Dahainu lahosi begin samaki. Ve'ike chiyuza. What the maki is the ike of the chayes, as we saw that in kedusha the chayes is the chayes pnimis, the slavish pnimis. Ve'ilo in the clippers, een lehem chayes pnimis biemes, wacha Ayin van ha'ora bewaard bederach makif, bederach golos. Ve'ilo the ike chayes which holds them, or even say the Masuda, that's the Ayin in ha'makif. We saw that was the Ayin in Leveina Zako, and we dealt with the whole Ayin van Leveina being the Ayin van Atik the Klipper. And the Ayin van Zako was out of the Shachas to adapted to the Ayin van Malchus Tasiya, with the whole reasons we had earlier in the Maimah. And through the Veda van Keteres, you take away the Ike Chayes of the clippers. I mean, Mispatlim, Be'echem Mahusam. Since you take the Ike HaChayes, remember they don't have any ability to keep going. That's the difference between Penimi and Maki. When you take away an Penimi, then the thing can still hang on, but it's a Maki boy. Or if you take away the Maki, the Emes, the Shurish, the Chayes, then the whole thing falls. To use the expression in English, it falls apart. That's Poyo, I feel in the Etzem Mahusa, the Koyach HaMisach. But that's the Etzem Mahusa of the Nefesh Abam. וזה עניין הקטר שמבררים, ועל ידי זה מסירים המחי ועיקריות, ועל ידי זה ממשיכים בקדושה בחינת סוער עצמי, שזה עניין השמן. וכנגד השמן צף על כל המשקים. הוא בחינת החוכמה בכלל, שנקרא שמן כנגדה. So we saw that al idee what je mavara or je keert me hem en je mavatel me hem ika giyusam van de etem spheres klippers neiga. Al idee say it's possible then to be mamshich the atzmi, which is the union from Shemen. And that's what we saw earlier in the Maimorim. We brought the Lashon Shemen Ukter. We see that in the pasuk in Mishlei, we connect the union of Shemen with Kter. And we saw that there was union from Shemen Ukter, Yisamach Leiv. And we saw that was union from Leiv Adam Oelin. That was referring Kaviyachol to the union from Olam HaTzilus and the Gilel Kus Lamayla. So what was the union of Davke Shemen to Kteres? Why do we say Shemen Ukteres? If they cause Kaviyol, the Gil is Simcha Shalamayla. They're more era the Simcha Lamayla. So we saw that the Keshe is that Alidei, what the union from Shemen, Ketoirens, is Mavatal, the whole Achiza at the Klippus Noiga, till the Etzem Mahus union of the Koyach HaMisav itself becomes Batel. Well, then it's possible to be Mamshecha Oyer Atzmi. Then it can be Megala in Kedusha, Ayin Atzmi. In other words, Oyer, which its union is Gilei Ha'etzem. That's the union from Shemen. And the dogma in Gashmis that Shemen is Ayin Atzmi is that it's Tzafal Kol HaMashkin, always Oilala the Maila. In other words, Misarei Vim Dvorima Acher, because Ayin Pnimi is always able to be Miskalol V'nikla V'niknas B'tei Inyan Acher. Oiris B'tei Kelim, and then the Oiris are Mislavish eine in die andere, es waren die Ine von der Khalifu Duktayu, or die Ine von Niskalol, das V'chulo. That's in the Ine von der Pnimi. Aber Ine von der Machi voice goes to the top. It's a Ine Atzmi, is it's not able to be Misarev with other Inyanim, but therefore it goes always to the top. So therefore Shemen, albeit a mashkin like other mashkin, but it's always tough, Lamaila or Kola Amashkin. So that's the union of a new Atzmi even more than the Makif of the union from the Umazeh. Having been Mavatal the Makif, the Umazeh, it's possible for there to be this killer of a Makif, Atzmi of Kedusha. And that's the union of Shemen. There are prat who b'chinas Makoyer HaChochma. Akamayishet Kosher Shemen Mishchas Koidesh. That the Shemen Amishcha wasn't Stam Shemen, even Stam Shemen is a Madrega way. No, the Shemen Amishcha was a Shemen Mishchas Koidesh. And that's why known. Koidesh is a Mila Begameh, as Kodesh says. Not Kodesh, but Koidesh, what that's Mareal Etzem, a Kedusha, how it is Mudo, Mikol, Inyoni, a Kedusha, Koidesh, from Loshan Abdullah. Koidesh is a Shem Etzem, Be'atzmo. Ilu Kadoish is a Shema Toya, it's a Mila Mataya. Ilu Koidesh is a Shema Etzem. Therefore, Koidesh is the union of Etzem HaKedusha, how it's moved over Tachlis from, say, the Hishtauselas. And Mamela kommt da, is that even though Chachma is already a Gilui inside the Hishtauselas, but the Moki of Chachma is Lamala Mistauselas BMs. And that's in from Chochmas Timor. But that's not only Stam Lamala Mistauses, no, that's the Etzema Oing, Etzema Tainuk, what we saw earlier in the Hampshire. The fire, the Indian from Shemen is Nimshach in such a way that each Moisheach with itself, and it brings down the Moki of Shemen. In other words, Shemen and Mishcha is not Stam Shemen, even though Stam Shemen is a Madrega Makiv. But the Indian from Shemen Mishchas Koidish, Moisheach Esa Koidish. In other words, it brings down and is Megala the Madrega of Koidish, but that's the Moki of all the Inyone Chochmas Timor. And that's a Indian from Atzmis we saw before, Shemutu B'erach Mina Ishtaus. That's completely Lamala Mishtaus. Like we saw earlier, that Chochmas Timor is Etzema Tainuk Mamish. We saw the Arichas Abir going to get to that earlier. Nimshet Davki Alidei Bittul Mahusa Nefesha. After the Ketudus has been, the Lakicha, as you might call it, the taking away and the Hashora, at the Etzem Chayis of the Esek Sorim of Noiga, or then it's possible the Gile of Chochma, and in Chochma Kufa, sure as Kol in Yone Chochma Stimoa, well that's a Achmi, Lamaila Legamri from Seidish. Also, like we saw earlier, that Chochma Stimoa is really the Mokim of Gile Pnimis Atik, and that's the Emerson types. Pnimis Abahu, Pnimius Atik, we saw quite a bit earlier in the Hampshire. The far, Davki Alidei, the Aveda from Ketayra, it's possible to be Megala or Mamshich of that Indian from Shemen Mishchas Chodesh. In other words, it's Moshe or Mamshich, the immediate Madrega of Moke Achochma. And Im Davki Alidei, that beetle which is caused by the Ketayras, Zeo Shemen Uktayras. The Shemen, it comes through the Indian of the Ketayras. And they are Yisamach Leiv, they cause a Simcha in the Indian from Leiv Ha'elien Shali. They are Veda the Ketayras, Mamshirim Pchina Shemen, Giloi, Atzmesoirin say. Shali, they say, Yisamach Leiv, Adam Ha'elien, Bameras, Veta Simcha. Now, Yontav, as you might call it, in the whole Indian of Atzilas. Adam Ha'elien is as Elamatilas, as Vet Niskala Mishchas Koide. The Indian from the Oyer Shalom, Mailami Asfiras Lagam. And that's Nimshach and Miskala in over the spheres is remember what Ayin from Simcha Gedoyle Lamaila, but that's Ayin from Simcha. And so we have to understand, remember what Ayin is Simcha Lamata, even so to Simcha Lamaila, then Eves doesn't keep it for himself, as what Ayin from Simcha Lamata Gamke. So we need to understand what's the Indian. The Davki, if you want to be Mamshich Chochmas Timor, why they first have to be Lokech, the ganze Chayes, from the Indian our clippers, until we are Meishir, the Maki of the clippers, and they become bottled in the Etzem, Koyach HaMisave, and then Davki you can bring this Indian from Shemen. And in Shemen Gufa, the Maki call HaShemen, Shemen Mishchas Kol. So why is it that the two go together? Shemen after the Inifim to Shemen Uktayr. Why is it that the Taki that Inifim Chochmas Timor? So in Pashas we could say, Go Pashas, we could say that we bowed at the Shemen Mishchas Koidim. Or we must start on a line, I think there. The Koidish who begins Koidim, Chomesh Koidim, who Shmatem, Koidish is the Inifim Chochma, or Pnimis HaChochma. Shematem es HaShabbos ki koideshu. Ki Shabbos is dienen van morgen de Chochma, ki yador. So we could say that the Indian vibald as Chochmas Timor, the dienen van Oine Gamiti, dat is de dienen van Tainuk. Dat is de Gila Tainuk Lamaila, and that's the Maila even over Rotzen. Rotzen is the Indian of Kilo is Kitzaini Kaviachol Amaila. Ila, the Indian from Chochmas Timor, is a opinion, but that's we saw earlier in the Hampshire, that's the head between the Gugolta, the Indian from the Makif of Arif, compared to the Indian of the Pnimius of Ati, which is Chochma already. So the Gugolta is higher than the Indian from van de pnimis, which is already Chochma, bifnim. It's already a prat in the Kiloi. So we saw it as B'diuk HaFuk, that we saw a Davkin Chochma Stimor, dort wird Niskala, die Amitis Ha'oinig. Shalamaila, Ve'ila, the Ine from the Gilgota, the Makif of Aricha, that's only the Rotzen. What Rotzen is Kaviochel, Ayin Shal Chitayni. It's not that it's Chitayni's BMS, but it's in is to be Nimshach, Lamata, and not even for Chitayni is, Ve'ila, the Ine Ha'oinig is Dveiches, V'aliyah, Bim Koimer. So we could say that the Ine from Neugel, we pointed out the whole Ike, these Maimarim here, is to stress that the Ike Bureau is the Bureau of Neugedavki. And we saw that the Ketairas, with all its tremendous milas, Ike Inyon is to be Mavaradin and a Neugel. And so the Ine from Neugel is the Etzem Achiza in the Ine, like he said, of the Tainugi Olam Hazeh, the Etzem Achiza, in what later becomes the Tuf Tam of Olam Hazeh, and the Gishmak of Gashmi is Be'etzem, or that's through the Inyan HaNoiga, because Noiga is, like we said, the Inyan from Her Gishatim, he feels himself in the Inyan HaGashmi. What albeit it's not necessarily you read a mamish into the clippers, but that's the beginning. Through that, you read it into Inyanim, which can even be Gimel clippers Hatamid, being as it is the Mamotza. And therefore, it's brought down in the Sfarim, Kedoshim, in many Sfarim, that the Ika Pachad is not from the Gimel clippers, Hatamid, no, the Ika Pachad is from Noiga. Because Noiga looks to be alright, it looks to have a certain kasher stamp on it. It's still heter, it's still okay. Aber darf je through the Ine van dat, is to not feel it. Dort hebt gewoon die Ike schlepp. Dort werd de mens, dort valt rein, as you might say. Darf je in de Ine van. Maar we kiel die Ike pakken van alle Inyon is nooit gaan. And therefore, you need a very high power to be Mavara the Ine van, and that's a Ketera. Once you've been Mavara the Ine, and you've taken away the whole Tuf Tam, and you've got to the pshitas of the Koyach HaMisaveh, like the Rabbi's Maramas here, and then you're ready to be Mahapit the whole Inyan, or Al Chaponim, you've got down to a situation where he's pshitas, Iked Inyoni, which is Tuf Tam, has been taken away from him. Or demos, you can have a Gila, the Amitis Ha'oinig, what does Chochma Stimor? In other words, if you got rid of the Inyoni, Oinig Hazar, then you can have the Oinig Amiti. Ayin moet kunnen niet van de Amiti zou hinnen. Dat is het ene van Shabbos. Karas or Shabbos enig. Matem is een Shabbos. Je koi de Shii. Als het skaten weg. Die alle injanen van de Bulbulim van Hainugi helemaal ze. Ayin moet kunnen zijn de ene van Oinig Shabbos. Dat ons kan vieren. Die hebben ze Jiddische taal in. Die worden de tijd Shabbos. Ayin moet wat niet. De ene van Chochma Bizin Azayim, de Pintel, Amiti is in a Chochma, wat is het, die Kasha sin Amiti is Oinig, de Kedusha. En maar meer gaat weg, de Achize of Oinig, but that's no, you get bottle from that, well, you can talk about Shemen, Hemels can so Shemen, and in Shemen itself, Mishchas, Koidish, so that would brings down, God and Moshe, the even Koidish. Geen eens leven bedarf hefse, dat is de bier bedarf pastes in there. Until you get rid of the Ine van Noiga, you can't really talk about the Gile van Shemen. And therefore geht es zusammen, Shemen und Teures. Maar it's not really shy at the Ine van Simcha. Was is Simcha? Simcha is, is zufrieden, is veilig, en dat is Anachize in Noiga. You can't really feel simple because you always think maybe I should have done maybe something else. Yes, why didn't I have that? The Indian Ayesh is mavalvo. Aber als es geht op de Indian van je, en we komt in de Koyach HaMisaveh b'pshitusay. Kilo is alles the Keteras took away the whole Tuf Tam, as you might call it. I think we mentioned in last year the famous Tivos given with small monkeys with the Alter Rebbe. When it came to the whole Indian, it's Kislev that Shmuel Monk was a very clever person. I mean, he was a man of insight, to use the expression, to say the least of it. And he said, Rebbe, your whole problem is that you've taken away the Tuf Tam. so many thousands of Yidden. So he said, now you've got to stand to the test. If you did it the right way and kosher and everything's fine, then nothing's going to affect you. If you didn't, if you weren't really doing that with the emes authority, then how come you did such a thing? You got to that was the vote. Just be Pirush. That was the vote. First of all, it has to be starke inyanim like makifim and hoiche Sachen, ketoides, and that brushes away all the achize in noiga, or the tuftam, the schlep, whatever it looks okay, but really it's pulling you down into gashmi. All that's been driven away. What's the emissary? Was it the emissary? Ayin Shem and Mishchaz. Is mooi sheyach, is mamshich van de emissary in hem was zit es bij hem is tuin. Was zit es tuin? Tuin is de weetjes en alle koers. Vergeten al die andere inyanim en tuin. Darf je met de weefs met een rubber samen tekenen meer uit man. Dat is de zaak. Maar we geen eens maar dat is het bier. Dus all something ervoor te rijden. Ja, dit whole in van getel met allemaal shem en potatoes samen vleugels. In other words, correlated, you got everything achize, it is moving that pachet that these Gedolei Yisrael had from Noiga, by saying the Ika pachet, because that's was schlepped there. If you're not, potter from Noiga, then you always sort of been reingeschleppt. So, just looking, it's sure Sefer being Beis now. I just took a blick during the day in the Sefer Teres Sholem. It's there, man, you can say it's very hard to understand a lot of it. There's dvarim anitonim ladun behem v'kalas, no v'kev v'dreish. Aki otzim is a tifa inyonim done. Well, there's one place where the Rebbe says that it could be, that you talk about in your hall and even down and you were talking about Pnei Mitzach or something, and they say to the Loshem. Then I said, then after down, then they give you a piece of uge, and said, oh, he said, it was nispor van de stikkel lekker. The stikkel lekker, a nice piece of cake, and so he's nispor. So the Rebbe said, it wasn't with Pnei Mitzach, he was just talking about Pnei Mitzach. Now the piece of cake is a good piece of cake. If he comes to say, so that's what he says. It's not written before his door yet. So Rebbe said you have to be careful of that. He said, but that's what's written here. That Kohen, what Noiga is there, you can never really tell, because Noiga is, schlep, you feel yourself a little bit. So when you were thinking about it, you also felt yourself, and now you feel yourself in another direction. It's how do they say, it's a tricky business. Just holding for Noiga. Obviously, bottle the meaning for Noiga. That's already been taken away. The Keteras, the Makifim have taken away the whole two town. Oh, Shalom Aleichem. Now there can be a gilui for the Emes Ayin. What's this Ayin? Ayin is Chacham Stimor. Ayin get a key on control. What you might call achizah. That's a dimitis Ayin, Kamoishu. And there we use a meaning for Shabbos. Shamatem is a Shabbos. Shabbos is there in the Yin of an Shabbos is not, it's like the Rebbe, what the Rebbe said. The Rebbe, what the famous beer in that Teres of Baal Shem, it was like an experience that the Baal Shem Tov caused all of his Talmidim. That they saw, on a Friday night, they saw the Indian of ox with a stromal eating a bit of flesh on Friday night. Yeah. So the Rebbe said in Toshim Memhei, the famous seal, what the Rebbe said. The Rebbe said, he's not first what the Baal Shem Tov such a high moment was shown people that had pork and a stick of flesh, they ate a stick of flesh with a geschmack, it was a Indian beklaagd. It's not the Baal Shem Tov and his Talmidim, but it's from heaven mit auch in Jordan. No, then the Rebbe said the pshat was the beklal to consider the inif and eating on Shabbos is a big in. Even the eating of Shabbos, that's a meaning for eating on Shabbos. It's not such a big, the eating from Shabbos is ein recht higher than that. After eat Shabbos, no, my eigen taste, of niet maken van them, after people is more for him shekei there, the even Suda Shabbos, the Alter Rebbe's got huge memory about Suda Shabbos, but not at all. Nicht mevatel das, but you gotta know what is the, that the Ike of the Suda Shabbos is kilo hemshel to the Indian of Shabbos. Not that the essence is Epsasach. Doesn't matter what it is, phrase, what all the time. Aber nicht die Essen ist ein Gruß für Ihnen. Und das Kuf ist ein Schöpfung von Kedusha Shabbos. Das ist ein Kirche. Aber the Rebbe said that's what the Baal Shem Tov meant to show that the whole, you shouldn't make the India Veda from Shabbos, that Essen is a big chelik from the Veda, you know what I mean? There is an India from Suda Shabbos, there is even from Shabbos, but the Essen is a big chelik from the India from Shabbos. Nicht gucken, what it shouldn't be. So sein das, so sein Mashu Acher. And that was all what the Rebbe brought down. But as human, there were times when the Rebbe never ate any Suda Shabbos, and she guessed the Suda Shabbos, you do it. I'm a force. The Rebbe, she has Suda Shabbos. That's it, by him, he was in that Indian, but the whole Indian from the Achila was not Begeder, so Asiyas Indian Chosh. Until it just wasn't there. There's a hundred miles. Anyway, I don't know if I'm making myself understood, but anyway, that's it in the Kudus Ayin. That's what the Rebbe means. This is a maramis, that after the Indians, the Keteras took away all the baloney and all the bobamais and all the discussion, the Mashiach betuiging this is making an Indian out of things and do it and this thing and do it. Oh, you got rid of all that. Then you can begin to have a Indian worship. You can start to understand was it Chochmas Timur. Chochmas Timur, there's a Pnimis Ayin, and that's Shem and Ukter. In other words, that the Shem can only come after the big Keteras. So sing the big Keteras. And Hemot is almost the same. Aber mir ist Scheich Simcha, da muss der Mensch, ist lebendig und zufrieden, und ist more Simcha, but empfällt nicht. Well, Chasero, as you might say, Shum Indian. Even though it could be that he has Inyanim, but Lo Chasero, Indian, Masuya, because he's got other Kurs. Was fällt ihm am Meer, ist freilich, und das Mitis Indian an. Kein Jesch Leima, das ist der Bier bitte. Und Afalpi, שאולי יש לבית באויד איזה איפן, אבל נדמה לי, das ist die הנקודה בזה. ועל פי הנ"ל, לפי זה, יובן מה שכוסף ביום השמיני עצרת תהיה לכם. Then on the 8th day, לכאורה that means the 8th day from Sukkot, עצרת, there'll be an assembly, how do you call it? An עצרת. A special והנה בזין ימי החג שמקריבים עין פורים הרי זה בירו היו דרב קשורים דמסבוסה. So the Rebbe said that the Ine from the Ayin Porim, or that's a bureau in the Indian of the Yudal of spheres of Noiga, as we called them before. Misambusas, the cloud Ine from the Liumazeh, or we saw that the Kavanah was in Noiga. So if you come to the Karbonis we said they were Ine Pnimi, they weren't Ine from Yudal. So we have to say, Vahaynu, that's what is mentioned. Shemavarim Gamkein Machiv Telavena Zako. That during the cover of the Ayin Porim, also Mavara the Machiv Lavena Zaka, Lavena Zako, who Alidea Tweeders to Yema Kippurim, Kamosha Nizbua Leo. That was through the fact that on Yom Kippur they were Machiv the meaning from Kitoides. We're going to see later as we go on that in Emerson, the Machiv of the Keteros Kodesh HaKadoshim on Yom Kippurim was even higher than the Stam Keteros. It hadn't until Famayla, even Legabi, the Keteros Paifim Klali, of a Dayan Lo Mechalkim Bezeh. Ben time we're not neatness like Chiluk Zeh. So what the Rebbe is saying is that just like we saw that in the Ayin from Korbanos is a Ayin from the Beetle or the Pnimi or the Nefesh HaBahami is Be'ikra the Ayin Anoika. So that had to be, if you don't do that, then you can't be Mavara de Levena Zachi, you can't take from the Namaki. Kolei that they're still there. Yeah, but even a Pnimi, once you Mavatal, the Achiza that they have B'derekolos, then they can take the Maki for also. But it has to also be a biru be'eze derep pnimiuso. Well, like it was Masber at the beginning of the Bible. He brought down the Zohar Kodesh, the Korbanos, the Keneged Tefillah, and the Ayin from the Keteres. Yeah, is Lamayla Mea Tefillah, but it's got to do with Tefillah Samincha, but Meyuchad. Yeah, when they come to Ayin. So after both in Yonim, it has to be both the Korbanos and Yachadim HaKorbanos. Every day they will make in the Heichel also the Ayin from the Keteres. The commission is Boli. Ve'am Shocha al Yidei Zeh hu shenimshach b'shmini atzeret. I'm sorry. Ve'am Shocha al Yidei Zeh hu shenimshach b'shmini atzeret. Ve'yu am Shocha is b'chinas shemen mishchas kodesh b'chinas ha'chochma shel hamayla b'chinas moker leish ta'oz. In other words, chochmas the more as we just learned it. Amen. Like we would just saw at the end of the Maimon, that Al Yidei the Biru Asholim in the Ayin for Noiga, Sai mitad the Korbanos, and Be'ike mitad the Levena Zacha, which is Al Yidei the Keteres. Then there's a beetle in the whole Ayin of the highest Klippus Noiga Boy from Kloli. Then there's Nimshach Shemen Mishchas Kodesh, the Moker of Shemen, but that's the Ayin from Chochmas. Can you do it? The Ika Mochi Ishtaushus Umibina. It's well on in Siddur that the Ika Inyan of Kalim Shayachim Ishtaushus are Kalim, or this is from Bina. Ava Prince Chochma, Vakosh King Prince Chochma Stimua. Yeah, we were medactic that that's the Kavona here. He Lamayla Prince Moker. Chochma is not really a Moker. I feel Chochma Gruya. I feel Chochma also Sphira as one on be Etchemignone being as he is on a Kuda Amiti is, then he's Lamayla Finin Ispasha, Supermil, he's Lamayla Finin Istaushla. So Mashanika Shmini Atzeres. He said, that's what we call Shmini Atzeres, the Indian from Shmini Davke. The Isa B'Shem Rabba Magid Zal, Kavonot of Mezrich Magid, Shuroshin Shomen. It's from Russian, they call it Shamnuni, it's Shemen. Shmini Atzeres. V'ainu, Am Shoches B'China Shemen Mishchas Kodesh. In other words, that Lafiza, that the word Shmini is Kilo Ayinim B'Shnei Atzmei. And Be'ikra the Ayin from Shmini is not a ordinal number that's coming to count and making it a hemshah for them. But Kilo, the word Shmini is a milu which is indicative of a whole new Ayin B'Shnei Atzmei Achrei the whole Pu'ula the Shiva Shemei Chag. After what the whole Shiva Shemei Chag have achieved their Inyan, then I can have a Zamin Inyan and Shemen. And remember that's Nirmas in the word Shmini. V'alderach HaNigla, it'll be good what the Gemara brings. And the Gemara brings it down in Masechet Rosh Hashanah, in Oid Makayim, in Beita. The Gemara brings down that Shmini Atzeres, Yontav B'Shnei Chag B'Shnei Atzmei. L'chein in davening we're medactic to say Shmini Atzeres HaChag Hazeh. If you ever noticed in the tefillahs, it's very unusual. You say Shmini Atzeres, Yom Shmini Atzeres HaChag Hazeh. What's Yom Shmini Atzeres HaChag Hazeh? You don't say Yom Shvi Shal Pesach HaChag Hazeh or any other Yom Tov. The Chag Hazeh or Yom Shmini Atzeres HaChag Hazeh. You mean it's a Chag in its own right. It's an Inyan Amiti Mitzadatzmei. Amamim Lefi Zeh, but Pnimis Ador Yom Tat. It's not just a Ayin from Shmini, the Shomen. It's a Ayin from Shemen. And that's Ayin from Shemen, Mishchas Chayidus, will be Emes, who Oid Am Shocha Gavoya Mizeh. V'aynu B'china Shemen Atoi, Shenimshach Al Yidei HaKteres D'Yom HaKippurim, Shu brings Madreya Gavoya Vanailis Yoit, Kamoshi, like I just pointed out, that we're going to, in the coming moment, we're going to have a new in Keteros, which is the Keteros Bifnim, but take Kodesh HaKadoshim on Yom Kippur, or it's noch a Hechel Inyan. And my brother would be doing with Shemin Mishchas Kodesh. There's another even higher in Shemin, which is Shemin HaToy. Shemin HaToy. We're going to see that's Gora. Appellen dikke Madrege, even Lamaila from the Moki, even Lamaila from the Madrege, Lamaila Mimokil is down. I mean, said the Rebbe, that's another union which we'll learn about Kemoishi's boy. Abel Chaponim, Bernageli, in your name, we okay, Am Shochazu, he learned a Shomis Israel Davke, Azam Shocha, which is Shemin Mishkas Kodesh. Or the truth is, even Lamaylam is it. Even Lamaylam is Shemin Mishkas Kodesh. Or that Shaykh only to the Shomis Israel, the Yesh Israel, Am Shocha Mibkinis Pnimis Erein Tzei Baruchu. Okay, Am Shochazu, Huli Israel Davki. That's what we were diving at the beginning of the Maimon Chazal, what Rashi brings it down also, that the Avish says, Bo v'negaura, ni ve'atem. The Avish said, we finished now with the Shiva Shemay Hamishta for all the people of the Medina. Akshav, Bo v'negaura, ni ve'ato. There's a mashma that the Avish to Medina on their own, B'rosh Nazar Kodesh, Ani Yisrael bil Chudoihi, only on their own. I mean, why is that? Because we're coming from Azamadrege, Pnimis, V'atzma, saying, Yidot is only Pshat Neshomas Yisrael. It's a Pnimis Amaki, it's only Nichaya, can see the smoking to Karandar Azar. And the fire is it, Kamoshi Kosev, Yu Lechol Avatecha, Ve'ein Lazorim, Itoch. It's a Posik in Mishle, the famous Posik, that all these inyanim will be only for you on your own. Ve'ein Lazorim Itoch. There's nobody. There's certain inyanim which are only for you, and loy lazorim, not for other people together with you. Kisukis, there's still a shaykhs to the other people, albeit b'derech biru, b'derech haloah, b'derech dus. Of we take into account that there are other inyanim. Of Shmini Atzeres, that's only mamish bo v'negav v'anivi bi'ato the inyan from you l'chol ivadercha ve'ein lazorim itam. So, that Mamela is verstandig, boven the Gaul aniviatem. The father Abraham said, let's, as it were, verbrennt in the Gaul means in Artikel to Valginen Zach. Let's be Valginen Zach, aniviatem biacher. Mamela Misekunta is that the Ike Inem von Shmini Atzeres is the killer of a Madrege Nailis Biasa, which is only shy to Yidden Levadim. It's a whole new Indian. The Gabi is Yemei Sukkos, therefore it's a Chag Hazeh. It's a Chag Mamish B'fnei Atzma. Even though it's called Shmini. The word Shmini means a Hemshech from Sukkot. No, the Maggid is out that Shmini doesn't really mean Shmini. Shmini means Shemin. So, Gam Kain Indian Simchas Toiro Shenikve B'Shmini Atzeres. What's another shot we asked at the beginning? Why is it that that time of the year, not Shavuot? Why is it Davki Bisman to make the whole tremendous brand with Simchas HaToiro? He said, Torah is in Chochma. The whole series of Torah is talking in Chochma. V'kashanim shebefin Sheman Mishchas Kodesh. And even more than that, even Sheman HaToiv, Hara is a Simcha Gedoyla LaHaToiro. Befin Toysefes Oyer Ravme. There's one on the Torah what the Alter brings in Mekuta Torah. Simchas Torah, the Torah Freitzer. The Torah has Simcha, the Torah Freitzer. Sei mit der Eibischen, sei mit Yidden. Was it Pshat? Al-Hidei Yidden wird Nimshach in Torah, a new Indian. The Torah has its own Simcha, Torah Freitzer. Favus, Gestam Chochma Geluye, das ist Reise mit Chochma Nafki. Remember, that's even from Chochma, what you might call Chochma Geluye, Chochma Alderach, in a Chochma also Giluy. Aber die in von Shmini Atzeres ist Nimshach, the in Shemen Mishchas Kodesh, the Madrege von Lamaila Mishtaushel is in Chochma, busy in von Shemen HaToiv, we'll see that in Lamaila Mishtaushel, that's a new Toysefes, or in Torah itself. Nimshach. nifal, a new simcha of Tish v'zoya Rav Marid into. וזהו ביום השמיני עצרת. מה שנקרא שמיני עצרת, החג, החג, we stressed it, it's a חג. אין זה מצד המספר. That's got nothing to do with the eating of the counting. וכמו ששביעי של פסח, אין הנקרא על שם המספר. אם יהיה שנקרא גם כן עצרת, בפסח. Yeah, well, even though it's called עצרת. So, I must admit I'm a little bit מסלבית, אולי, ואני אומר את זה בזהירות גדולה, אולי יש פה איזה קצת טוב בדפוס פה, because באנדר מקרים it's מבואר that that's taki the difference. That on Pesach, Shvi Shal Pesach, it's taki Shvi Shal Pesach, it's the Yom HaShvi of Pesach. And therefore we don't make it so for Chechiano, for example, not for Zochinyano, because it is a hemshel from Pesach. It's a chag, it's a new chag, it's a new union. Altogether, it's l'choyre, what, I say, I would have understood it if I was just left to my own. L'choyre, what the rabbis make a difference. That even though it's written should be Shal Pesach is called Atzeres in Dvorim, in Sefer Dvorim, Atzeres. Well, Atzeres is indicative of a new union. Atzeres like a new assembly, a new union, not just a Ayin. Nonetheless, it's Shvi Shal Pesach. It's a different Shvi. Mashikin here, the Shmini is going to the Shmini is not under it now. But here, Kiva the Lashon, Kiva wants to say that they're both together. That just like Shmini is not Al Shem HaMispah, the same with the Indian from Shvi, as I must admit that lo mitashevli po is a prat, a prat, man will be so klar. So I mean, Cholila Tzarayim vision, this edition was supposed to have been well checked, but it could be that there's still little mistakes. K'tzat tzori here, lost myself. Einer nikra Shem HaMispah, ima yesh nikra Atzeres, but it's bestimmt nicht, pink verkehr. It's called Al Shem HaMispah, even though it's called Atzeres. Well, Atzeres tends to indicate a new union. Al Shem b'chinas Hashemen. In our particular case, the reason it's called Shmini is Al Shem b'chinas Hashemen, shenimzu b'shemen ha'toiv, v'al kein ozu simchas teira. Those are the simcha inter. ועם שוכר היא לנשומס ישראל לבד יהיו לכל לבתך ואין לזורים איתך. Remember, the Sigura afraid of Chazak couldn't be a greater simcha than that. And all snow with Yidden and the Avish together and Shumdo ain't as a call mocking, and even the Torah is America, even a new Guri in the Indian Torah, a new scholars. So if we learn the Kitzah, Sibus Adovim, Nei Desitra, Kedusha, Bechinas Abitul, the Alkein Kora Kora, Abitul Yois, like we learned in the previous Shia. Omamela, Haya, Vagila B'Yois. The word is Bitul, there can be Gilead. The Kosha Misrachi, Mismayet, Abitul, I'm sorry, Kosha Misrachi, Mismayet Abitul Vagilui. That's in the Seder of Kedusha. Yasitra Acha, he Yeshes. Roisi ish chochem beino. V'chol tivu yehula garmayu. Like we saw that even though they do toiv the klippus of it, they do it in a ring for yeshes. V'chol shebekiru elachadusha yeshes pamiut. And therefore, at the top of the Elamus, it's less clipper. The Elamus of clipper. The further they go away. V'chol shemisrachik hayeshes b'yetza. Hefech haseidet the kedusha. V'inyan atik the clipper. That's Tafki Besof Kolaman Rodriguez of the Elamus of Klipper, who are Taiva Bekridus, Labishosha Garuayes, in the third show, there's a whole piece about that. The Rav talks about the Ayin. The goat never moves, the show, no, at the end of the day, so the goat build the highest, they're ready for anything. Ayin, instead of being prod him, kick him, beat him, stays on his place, the Moshe. That's at the Indian of Bilti, is pilot's cloud. So Rav Hashem writes out, this is Dova Hakim Masuk. That's indicative, go on, 1 kilo malas up for your tail. That's in van attic to clip. As we saw, Yesh b'zeh shayches leaning amore. The truth is. Gam a tuf tam vinyan. Another Peter's. And in van attic lives a tuf tam. The etch miskashes in the time of Gashmias. Aveda makiv mavatla kidurus for the kerch a tuf tam. Wabitel beetze mahus a clipper. Mamamir mispatla is pashtes. Validei zeh nims we beginnen shemen oyer atshmi, which is makera chochma. In van shemen mischas koides. So we have a shmini atzeres beginnen shemen shmini. Shenim shit me a biro dain sorim shalidei in an actor. So first of all that to be there. Am shoche hilen nishonis is well dafke. So loyla hoitje zeg je lang. Galach we just begin the new one. I'm because next week I'm besofik has to put about bell to learn. We'll see. Certainly is with care. But maybe the sofik is because Moshiach will take his hand.
It's not Sophie.
That's a deal.
What's the... Because we'll just be learning all the time. You won't say, now begins a shiur and now begins a shiur. We'll just be in it.
Next week, sorry, it's getting close to Pesach. Aber no matter it could be if you guys are willing. We can see. Aber Shabbos Pasha Noyach, Tovais Ayin Daled. Vayorach Hashem es Reach Anichoyach. This is by the Korbanos, what Noyach was marketed when he came out of the table. Vayema loy oisif oit lekalil. David says, I'm not going to anymore be Makal of the world. Then later on he gives the Avtocha that the world will be Kayetz B'chayir for the ganze Seder and the ganze Inyan. And so that was all the Chayra Mitzad, the Oinig Shalamayla in the Korbanos of Noach. In the Korban was Ovdach the Achrei HaMav. And so it's brought down into that was the concept. Noach knew the great milah there was in the Indian and Korbanos. That was the milah of the Korbanos after the whole Indian of the Mabu. To be poiled, the new Kodesh Ruach, Nachas Ruach, the milah. There should be a rotzen, call Stausen, call Ilam, say the permanent. Noach knew that there was an Indian in Korbanos. That's more Eradini van Ayin and that was the beginning of the Krisis Priest, that there would always be the hemship to the world. So it brings the Rebbe and under the cook altogether. That there's a Medrash Rabbah, the Yisib, a Medrash Rabbah, he Reach Shal Avram Avinu Oilam Ekim Shanai when he smelled, Vayorach Havaya, they used to smell. They could tell us, Vayorach Havaya, they used to smell. So in Pashas we said he smelled the Inu from Korbanos, and was it a Korbanos? He said, no. He said, Avram Avinu is very committed to the Kibshana. He got to be charged. I mentioned I give out in fire. Of course, I'm willing to fire into the park in a furnace. Is a matter, he's begotten or something. Etwas was ich geworden, ein bisschen erzählen. Was schmeckt etwas was? He smelled the reich of Avram Avinu. Oilem a kibshanai. Not that he was burnt, when he came up out of the kibshanai. He riach reichish of Hananiah, Mishael v'Azariah. Oilem a kibshanai. The Nebuchadnezzar, he threw Hananiah, Mishael v'Azariah into the Kibshanai. Also, they came out of the Kibshanai. He was a stick of reich, slight roasting. The smell, the Eivishter was adequate. The Eivishter was Yorach. Yes, reich and Mechoyach. So therefore, on that basis, he was very pleased. Loyal for colors. So it's an under the cooking gas. Kilo mitzad is a dog. Avram Avinu was another few generations from Noach, Shana poor generations, and Hanan and Mishor of Azariah, they were in the future to come. wish to it. We come to say in the Korban von Neuer. Was it a Scheibe Club? So there was so sorry glauben, ma win is hier, ja, goeie, so Avraham Avinu, Chananya, Mishol, Azariah, weil diese darke Oma lo Yosef, oi. Vahaloi, al pi posher, if you learn it in pastors, then the whole Indian was a reach nichoyach, who reach a korbanos, she could Noach. That's what Noach understood the great say that there was an Indian for korbanos. He was machrik korbanos to be moira, a special oinige nachasroch, that would be bring out the creases police, I'll call it color. So that's it, the Parshas Ayin, also ich verstehe sich. So was die Indien, she hikrit no, she says, oh, gam ken Indien gewoer van Eila. There was a Kurbana, Eila, there was a Eitzai. And Noach was aware of that. It must have given the great Lainin, in the Indian Kurbanis. And he knew that Dafke Ali say, he comes in I'm a Drege, Beatzmus is Bach, in the Shoma, shall the fall at the Oinig, and the Indian von Hamshochas, Bamela Dini von Rotzing, Oko, I stouses for Elam Kulek. Ma Moishi from a Chadish, there, was it a new Oisofa, a new Chiddish? Yes, you read, Rachel shall have Rome of Vino, Oliver, shall we come to our Rome of Vino around over here? He wasn't even in the world yet. I mean, you come to the world, Mitzad Neus, Mitzad Koranander, Mitzad Koranander Zah. In other words, not Mitzad what Noach was able to present. I know a world, Avel, or be the kosher Avel that can be better now, Machna Besser, and go up saying from Messias Nefesh, from Tzadikim, they're all one in the world. And the Abishah was kilo, waiting until that would be, he's got a reason to have a war. Go up, Peladikta. Come to East. And you might say, Avraham Avinu was, he was Galach Chesed in the world, he was Galach people, Galach, If already, we see what Avraham Avinu threw himself in the fire. He came up out of the fire. I mean, he didn't throw himself, but he allowed himself to be thrown. I mean, we come to say what Elavaden muss man sagen, that the same Indian that pshitas, the halikha of Avraham Avinu, by Mesiras Nefesh, bepashtas, and that's not even written openly in the Torah. The whole thing with a kivshenish of Nimra, that's not even written in the Torah Pagolo. Hananim Shorah they occur in Sefer Daniel. That's not even written in the Torah. After it became, the said, Ma Moshe from a Chadish. So we have to say that the Midrash means it in two ifani. First of all, Oisofa, at the Pshata Hamuven Miatzmei, and zweitens, a Chiddish, it's an Eisach. Well, mitzad Seichel HaPosher, it wouldn't have been Oil Aladas. Remember, that's an Eisach, it's a Chiddish. The Midrash has got kilo twee in Yonim, that it's Oise Ike from Adova, which is Oisofa L'choira, al Pashtas Adova, and in them go for a whole new Indian, a Chiddish. So what's it, the remez in the word Chiddish? The remez, because the whole Indian from Mesiras Nefesh, the whole Indian from Adova, Misug says a Chiddish. Ki kol Dova writes Bekiyum, Betoidik, Betet, kol Dova writes Bekiyum. Und der Eibishter will as a Dova Bekiyum. He brings over there in Perikot Dalet, the Alter Rebbe, he brings it. The Indian from Shabbos, Shabbos is Chalil of Shabbos Achas, Kadesh Ishbar Shabbos is Harbe, that's a Chumri in Shabbos, like Abba Avida said. Ain't some mitzad Kalas Aveda, it's a Chumran. This is a Chumran, but the basement was more Chumran, was not. And Dafke the Indian from Chalil of Shabbos Achas, Kadesh Ishbar. Remember, the Abish wants everything should have a kiyum. All of a sudden, comes again, mention, throw themselves into the fire, and they say, because of that, he's prepared to have a world, and I used to, okay, in order, there should be a world, we have to have certain people, Ois, legamre, but even, that's a later that's what the Rebbe said, that's a moishe, and it's a chidish. That's a chidish. Because a chidish, legabi etzim kavona, in Gilu Elakus, that something should be chofet, but bitulay, because get out of it, they didn't allow it to happen. It had to be a rotzen, a chifetz, mitzat those particular peoples. It's a chidish tov, it's a pillar. However, יש לתים תחילה מה שנסבור להפרש בין הקורבנות לתרס, הקורבנות הם בחינס לחם, כמו שקוראים לזה קורבני לחמי לאישי, וכמו הלחם שממשיך חייס הנפש, או מחברי עם הגוף, שמשחסקים כחייסר ועל ידי זה. וכמיימה, עד לא יאכילנה, ואנחנו נצא בתריעית, בישו דתירה לא יצלילה דעתוי, לא יצלינה דעתוי, אפילו אי ברמי בראיין ששיילת, מכל מורים אין בזה יש חדשס אחרס, כבוי קיים בקורבנס ממשיכים מבחינס היצאי, דכלי אודם הוא להסלביש מבחינס צי אודם האלה, מכל מורים המשוכר אי רחה אור לבד, שבו מבחינס צמצום באודם האליים, ואי המשוכר האור השייך יש להשתלב, אבל כתאילס, ובחינס ראייה שמש, וזה נפש שממשיך, בעצם החיבור לנשום עם הגנס, what we saw in the mind, and that's a very interesting lesson. And we were medactic there. That the Indian from the Ketera says that it's Megala the Etzim Chibu under the Shama Medigo. Etzim Chibu under the Shama Medigo. And it's brought down this far in the that's a Koyach HaMachli Lasses. Those are the Koyach HaEin say the Etzim Nekudas HaAtzmus Kiva. He can be Mechav in the Shama Medigo. Tzvei Azocha Hifachim is not shy. Anybody should be anybody. I feel that all the Inyanim Aki Elienim, it's not shy. Only actions Kodesh. The Etzim Chiba of the Misham. Maybe Nim Shefir Chai. We heard about that not in previous year with the Shia Father. We were Oimed also Prote Ayin. Kenya Teres Ushamamshik Venus Ayin Say the Kri Lodam Juri Yob Kilo Mamish Buchinas Odamar Elien. So Beis Hashem in the coming Shia, which will be Beis Hashem hopefully. Beis Hamikdash Hashlishi, Beis Pinah dort in the Chatzos Kodshe und in the Chutzes Jerusalem und Pnimis Jerusalem, heißt es Pintu, wie sagt, that's how the water will be. Him Cholila, 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 Cholila. Need, so will be done, we say.
This is the last level, all the Beit Knesset is going to go to...
Yeah, every Beis is going to first of all, Beis of Ben Hashubah, 7 is going to come down with the Rebbe Tzatzamit. And it will be Neuchet, as they state in Beis of Ben Hashubah.
Mr. will all be sitting and learning straight from the Rebbe then. Yeah,
but the Rebbe wanted to, he's going to be Mavatal over Shir of the Rebbe. The Rebbe's mother Mashiach is going to try to sit and bring with you Nochanan.
But this is only going to be Avriya.
He's going to be busy, Malach Mashiach. This
is only a case.
And he's going to expect all the shirim that were going on, that they continue with it.
But this is not the real thing, this is only a taste. It's only a taste, it's not the real thing.
It's going to be a tape?
A taste. It's only a taste, this. It's a taste.
A taste?
It's not the real...
What, how dare you point it out in Beis and say it's not the real thing? Are you saying? On the contrary, all the things that considered will be dark, they'll be the adversary. Squarely, what are you talking about?
On Erev Shabbos we eat a little bit.
Well, I guess you got a point, but don't worry. You'll be learning all the Inyanim from the Siddur hungrily. But then, now you don't really understand him. I don't understand. Then you see the Ma'uz. Now that's what we're... not that we're not going to learn it, that's what we're going to learn it. But don't have Ma'uz. Anyway, let that be the machlekes, let that be the problem.
We have to have some sort of
for writing.
Yeah?
For writing. Even writing for Beis Nissan.
Verbringen, ja. But to says you have to forgive me, I really don't prefer Genesis. That's all right. Let's go. That's pretty quick.
Where are the cups?
Have you already been to the shop and back?
No, it's a special shop in the next room. It's on my screen.
So I'm amazed that they didn't chip for it to go. So that's good.
How much is that? 60.
I was going to know to bring cups.
The cups are another 100. Hey.
Oh, good.
Right.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Good job. Yeah.
Nope.
says, merely in one of the footnotes, the Rebbe brings that miyad, he brings these biurim and dinim from miyad. I think it might be in the Sikha from Pash Mishpat in Toshin and Beis. I think it's in that, near the end of it. It brings in, I think the Lashon there is, the Rebbe says, V'akorev elenu, and elenu yoter, or something like that. He brings it, mem is Menachem Shmoi.
Sure.
Yeah, this, and again, elenu yoter, as they bring that. Mem is Menachem Shmoi.
Mashiach.
Yeah, Mashiach Menachem Shmoi. Then he says, Yud is in from Yosef, that's the Friedrich Rebbe. And Dalet is the Dalet of Deiber, the Rebbe Rashab. So you see, the whole Ikeb Miyadius and the whole Inif and Miyad is totally in that threesome, in dem Shlishiyavim Zot. The Inif and the Rebbe, Menachem Shmoi, and Yosef, and the Inif and the Rebbe Rashab. People have a mistake. That's a big. I mean, we can see in our learning at the Ayin Beis, we see how much it's not the case. But people try to sort of, say, oh, the Maimonides and the Rebbe Rashab, that's sort of classical Lubavitch, that's a kilo. Soge Nifloa and Ashkole and Ayin, that's a kilo. Toya Lubavitch, Taras Lubavitch, fifth generation. After that, change. Why isn't it mispinked, how you give yourself an eight, and this. So we see that the Rebbe learns pink for care. The Rebbe learns that the Rebbe Rashab is all part of that whole Ine Hanagah Elenu, Moshiach, Shmoi, Moshiach Menachem, and Yosef, and Tafkid the Rebbe Rashab is a tale from them, and that the whole Gilu, all these inyonim, is all part of that in a Moshiach. The Pashtas Torah, that like we just saw that the higher you come in the Bilu, the inyonim, what we might call the Nefesh Ba'ami, so the code over Hamavalvel, then you make room for a Inyan Atzmi Ha'abiyeza. Then it can be Nimshach or Miskala Atzmi Ha'abiyeza. Well, that's what we saw. The Shemen is Nimshach after the Bureau from the Ketayim. And the first of all, the Rebbe Rashab, he prepared the whole Koiches Mitvelchem. We can go to this type of Bureau because the Rambam Chassidus, he showed you the way, and he was Megalo, all the Biurim, the Oifanim, how it's Shayach, and at least you should know the Derech, and maybe even be Nigash K'tas Elamaisa, to be Shoylel, to use the expression in Yiddish, Arop Neman, or the Alinor, Biz the Makifim from the Umasem, tells him, Shemen, Moisheach, Shemen Mishchas Koidish, Biz Miso, the Shemen Hatoyi, but Alinor, you will call it Vadech. And that's the Indian, but Yesh Oidinim is here. Who, that the Rebbe Rashab began the whole Indian, and he saw that wasn't going to be just a Gilui Godel, but Kedusha, but it was going to be a Milchama. It's going to be a Marocha, Kosher, V'Noiroa, V'Yeza, Yinfana Milchama. And therefore, Davki the Rebbe Rashab was the one who, and it was in Samach Aleph, that was in the years of the how do you call it, the Spitz, as you might call it, the Gila, the Inyoni Scholar, the Al Inyonim, Tafkideh, Chayoli Beis David, a new Rosh Hashanah, Chabad, a whole new concept, Chayoli Beis David. And the famous letter, what he's got there, David and Beis David is Mamish the from Mashiach. Chayolim, he was the first Rebbe to actually introduce the Puel Mamish, the whole concept of Chassidim have to be Chayolim. I mean, it was there maybe with the Ramaz, the Mishalim, and but Puel Mamish, Chassidim have to be Chayolim, and that's there in it. This is the Rebbe Rashab. Can't avoid it. And that whole idea began with it's a long sikha. With Pirti Pratim, Prati Pratis, Kol HaYetzer L'Mucham's Beitov, in case of get creases for the Eastern, and they're going to do is, and they're going to Ayin, that's all they're Russia. If I'm hidden in this unbelievable Rambam, the Yediyah, the Askola, the really place at the beginning of a Milchama, Kosher, Noirah, Beis, always again bring the world into a matzu, with the Marocha, with the, Koishias Oire, or even a key Noirah, Lahovias, Moshe, to bring, and to be a battle over the young, Moshe, Chayoli, Beis, stuff. That's in from business. We have to realize that this Manenu there, that the Rebbe Hashem, he's the beginner, and he's the Tchilos B'Seifam. Davki the Menachem Shmoy ended with the Dalet, and in the Indian Dalet Guf is Dov Bear. What that's the Indian of the bear, that's the Indian from the Shamnunias of Eilam Azra. We just saw it, and the beauty for that Indian for Chayolim da, Chayolim based on. I wanted to ask like that's it in a good business, but I get lean on it like very right. And I get lean. It was this color of lean is the meaning. Yes, like it's so in business and before lean. Well, again, Davki betoshim memches business and Yechia Melech Moshiach. Everything's betachas atiyah. We chose business to be Megala that whole. Treiler and that whole year. It's a muggete gesagt. To be machriz, Yechia Melech HaMashiach. Beis Nissen. That's the Chol HaHochia. But Chol Eila Sherotzim Lomar, Lubavitz is in it. Now this is all, this is building about now. The old Lubavitz and the Ramashah and my money. People that we chose that day. To show it, to be mochir, and he does it in closer nachon. The Rebbe Hashem is the beginning of Yechia Melech HaMashiach B'Golam, and he's not only the beginning. In his day, David does bring. We have to be Megalit, because he was the one who started the Chayil. The whole thing began rolling. The whole ball, the whole snowball began rolling. Davki B'Yom Seh. Well, I said that's in the Kudu, what I'd like to give you guys. That's the Inyan, what we have to take with us. Basis. All the Inyanim are one Inyan. Miyad is all one word. It's not different oases that fly in a room. Hardly from Inyanim. They're all part of the one Inyan, and they make up Miyad. And Miyad means no messing around. Miyad means absolutely not.
Now.
That's what it means. Yeah, well, the whole line Beis is telling you, it's all part of that Indian. It's all part of it. And therefore, who was the one who brought the Ayin Beis into the Yediyah clothes? And who was the brought the Rebbe Rashab into the world? The Rebbe. I mean, the whole time. And the Rebbe Shah is the Shah and the Rebbe. Shah HaChamishit, the Frierdiker Rebbe said to him, take my father's Shah. In the Sforim, it doesn't the Rebbe Shah. It's all no Tchilosenberg. We have to know that Davki B'Limud Zeh, we're in the Miyad part of it, in the Dalet, the whole Bear, the Shamnunis, the Bear, the Mata, we're in the whole Pechel, Davki with Miyad, Davki with the Ayin Beis, and the Samavov, Nochas of Inyanim, Davki there, Ma'uira, the whole Inyan from the Miyadiyos. Wie is het word? Yechia Melech HaMashiach Papoyer. Till he say, Begola, Yechia Melech HaMashiach. And Toshim Mem Chesed, Toshim Tismach. Yismach Lei Vo'elim. That's what it says. Yismach Lei Vo'elim. Oh, that's a built Sophic. That's the thing I'm did you see anybody else outside the office? There's some other guys waiting for me up there.
I didn't see anyone.
Maybe do a favor and go up and see if he's there.
Okay.
The fellow that does the tikkun on the computer. He phoned me up and said that you told him to put some part in the computer.
Yeah.
And he wants some money. Go. He could be waiting up there, I don't know. Go take a look, it's a chain. I told him to come, that he needs the money and it's on the chain. Yeah, that's another man. That's a traitor, mate. They tell him to wait a minute, I'm coming up.
Huh?
No, that's a Ayin. That's a Ayin. Well, it's the same with the Rebbe. The Rebbe prepared everything. The Rebbe showed how the Rebbe Hashem was part of that whole preparation. It's all part of the scholars and the Tachlis, Kol Rabbeim Shalanu, which is the hobby is Mashiach prepared, the hobby is Mashiach. And the Gilui well managed. And that's the Ayin from the Dalet is a Chelik Ikari Shepazeh. It's all one Ayin. It's not what people sort of try to say, oh yeah, Rabbi Shabbos, go back into the old classical Abavij and that sort of stuff. That's all part of the Miyad, that's all part of the Chishia Melech Moshiach. Darki im zeh, צריכים לחדש את ההכרזה ישקיע Melech Moshiach. Darki. Ich meine, es ist ein anderer Kuck. In dem ganzen Indien. זה לא היה עניין. הוא אומר, יש להם את העניין wie steht der Beginn der Parasche, והוא אל הכהן, ואז ויצא הכהן אל מחוץ למחנה. first of all, והוא אל הכהן, and ויצא הכהן אל מחוץ למחנה. The Alter Rebbe looked at the והוא אל הכהן, that's the Indian of the Bitler, the Makabel, that he has to be oiler klapi achoch. Once the Makabel is shown that he's ready, there's a kilo Yisraelis mitzat the tachten, or that pours the new Yisraelis in the Meli, and when the Elid comes down, mishtapet lamata, and the Svertivine from Yagila el Kus Baroish Kol Chutz, Yetza HaKohen el Mechutz Lamachana afir. And yes, that's a whole even the Rabbi Shamali, all the big Inyanim that the Rabbi Sham brought in the world, that's a Yehuva El HaKohen, that's elevating all the Inyanim, that's bringing everything to a whole new Shada to Pnimius V'atzmiyah. But the Rebbe is Yetza HaKohen El Mechutz Lamachana. That is Amshochas HaAtzmus Lamata, this is Poel B'Kol, Misavir. The Vertimini from Mechutz Lamachana, picked as the Lamachana. Lord Beis says. Aber hoeveel Kohen, der Bittel mit Afals zurückgehen in der Mokje, das ist eine von einem Beis und von Samwort, mit all die even about how it was in the Zman of Russia. And that's the Rebbe said, Tachlis HaShlem is from the Vayetza Kohen HaMechutz Lamachana. Kein Yeshlemah b'derech Heshem, because it's a pillar thing, aber hoeveel Kohen, and the next thing is Vayetza Kohen HaMechutz Lamachana. Is either one or the other. He brings him to the Kohen, or without the Kohen, or rescue. This is two. It has to be both. And the father Yeracham HaKodesh is Marek. Die in Davke von der Taras am Metzuila is indicated all from Gilui Melech Moshiach. Look in the Yeracham HaKodesh. You see the Shnei Tziporim or the Shnei Mashiachim. The one that slaughtered this Mashiach, Ben Yosef, he said you have to pray that Mechom up that he shouldn't pass away and holy. And then the Ine from Mashiach, Ben David, Mamish Kipshita. And then Ayin in the Yeracham HaKodesh. Das ist die Nakuda. Das ist die Ine from Vayetza HaKohen HaMechutz Lamachana. Tov, okay, seid gebencht, and das ist die Ine from Beis. Is we have to know that, on the contrary, not to fall into that time. Let's go back to the old classical Abavij. The Pete Fakir, the whole classical Abavij was only in order to be part of the Miyad. That was the whole idea. That's what the can say. And the father, he himself said, Hayonim Beis Do. It's a new union of fighting to bring Mashiach. Okay.
So we should go Chutz Lamachana to Ramat Gan next Sunday night? Next Sunday night we should be off to Ramat Gan.
Yeah. We're seeing from the big kinders. So what did happen again?
Families.
Yeah, what happened again? That's right. To fill up the stadion. That's a big, a big piece of land over there, no? So, Tahoe Gorley of Will Hainer.
Bring it into the machane.
Yeah. Good. Okay. Good guys.
I don't know.